March 20th. I appreciate all of your time that you're taking today to join in our weekly conference call webinar. I thought that I'd start with a little humor. Maybe it's not that funny to some of you, but for all of us that have been in this for the long haul, as many of you have been, I think that this picture is pretty appropriate and timely because we have 11 days left until the close of the individual enrollment for on and off exchange, and I don't know about any of you, but I'm feeling very similar to this picture, just wanting to take a nap. So hopefully I can keep my energy level up and yours as well for the next 11 days. So that's my goal. I don't have a huge agenda today because, quite frankly, I just don't know a whole lot more than I did last week, specific to the extension. The carriers have still not made a decision. They're working on it, of course, and I'm in constant contact with them, but no carrier has come out with a definitive. As many of you know, the commissioner did issue a statement on the 17th, on Monday, and basically said that he was concerned about the way the extension came about and the constitutional ramifications, but bottom line, the Pennsylvania Insurance Department and the state government is letting the decision to extend or not extend up to each carrier. So the Pennsylvania Insurance Department goes on to say that they'll support the carriers in any way, in any decision that they make, but bottom line is no decision has been made yet. So we're still in a waiting game. It causes me a great deal of stress, and I'm sure you as well, because with 11 days left, after March 31st, there were specific groups and individuals that we were going to, talk about strategy and really try to tap into some of these untouched markets. And at this point, I don't even know what that looks like until we hear a definitive from the carrier. So absolutely, as soon as I hear anything, I will let all of you know. But at this point, it's, again, business as usual. I don't think that there's going to be an extension of the March 31st cutoff for on and off exchange for individual policies, but stranger things have certainly happened. So again, I will let you know as soon as I find out anything. And please, if you hear anything before you hear anything from me, don't hesitate to send me an email or give me a call, because it's going to take all eyes and ears at this point, it appears, to make sure that we're up to date with all the daily minute-to-minute changes. So with the cutoff date still set for March 31st, I'm just going to mention again that we are working extended hours next Friday, the 28th, 8 to 4:30 we're working. Applications that you want for off-exchange process that day on Friday, they should be to URL no later than 2:30, and we'll enter them as quickly as they come in. And for Monday the 31st, being the cutoff, again, unless anything changes, we need those applications no later than 2 o'clock, because we are going to be slammed, and I know you're going to be slammed as well, so we'll certainly try to accommodate as much as we can, but try to be mindful of those time constraints and talk to your clients early. I thought another thing that we might want to talk about a little bit today is the individual tax and what that hardship exemption really means. And if you go into healthcare.gov and you go into the search button and type in qualifying events or exemptions, hardship exemptions, any of the above, you're going to find a lot of information how that would impact your client, but also ways that your clients would be exempted from making the payment, and also the ever-growing canceled. There's another one that talks about health insurance on the ACA is unaffordable. So, there's a lot of hardship exemptions out there, and there's a lot of forms to go. There's a separate incarcerated, how to file an exemption for that. Also talks about the ability to file or to apply for a catastrophic coverage based on the exemption. And the list goes on. Form for exemption based on membership in a recognized religious sect, just through an Indian health care. I mean, there's hardship exemptions. We'll help you out with that. We are having a Capital Blue Cross webinar today at 2. Many of you on this call have already signed up for it. I do believe that it's going to be very informative what they're talking about. Not only, hopefully they'll have some information on what Capital is doing in light of the ability to extend, but they're also going to talk about the niche that they can fill or have filled in the marketplace and what they hope to accomplish again for 2015. So I think it's going to be informative. In fact, I know it is. So if you certainly want to join in, go ahead and do that. I didn't have any submitted questions again today. Again, I go back to that picture of everyone just with their head on their desk, so maybe that's the reason nobody has any questions, because you're just too tired to ask. If we didn't have any submitted questions, but if you do have questions that you want to type in, go ahead and do so. It doesn't even appear that I have any typed in questions, so I'm going to give it a few minutes for anyone to go ahead and type in a question. If you don't have any questions, then we're certainly going to end this early, and maybe you can have some extra time to take a nap. As we're talking, I did get a question. Jeremy says he has a client who needs to get insurance. However, he's not approved with any carriers. What can he do? Jeremy, I can help you with that, and I know we talked about that a little bit last week. I will give you a call, and we can help you through that. I'll give you a call after the webinar. Jay says, go over the location again of the hardship exemption on the Gov site. It is on healthcare.gov. If you go in, just go into healthcare.gov as you normally would and type in hardship exemptions. And there's definition and how to buy a catastrophic plan. And the top one, of course, is how do you get an exemption for not having health care coverage. So that's where you would. Another option that you can get on healthcare.gov, and they have an entire list of what are qualifying events. How can you get coverage outside of if they're losing other health coverage, such as lawyer is terminating that group coverage, that creates an open a special election period, a qualifying event for written plan sometime in 2014, and the only option given is to have them enroll on a PPACA plan. That is a qualifying event, so you can take that client from their incumbent carrier if they choose to and enroll in a PPACA plan with any other carrier, not just the incumbent carrier, both on and off the exchange. So that creates a special election period. And for people already enrolled in the marketplace, having a change in income or household size. So those are a few. Voluntarily quitting, so that should be kept in mind as well. And let's see what else we have here as far as questions. And Denny says, the only benefit for exemptions is waiving fee, but they still have no insurance, which is concerning, right? And that's Denny, that's a great point. Absolutely. You can get out of paying the tax all you want by not having insurance, but bottom line, they still don't have insurance. So, that is definitely a concern as health insurance agents. Definitely you want to talk to them about the risks of not having health insurance. And Joe says, say that again about voluntarily quitting a health plan. Is that just individuals or group also? It is individuals and group. Voluntarily quitting a plan after 3/31 because you don't want it, you don't like it, you want to see what else is out there, is not considered a qualifying event. So hope that makes sense. And that right now is the end of our questions. I'll just remind you again, next week in the midst of our craziness, we will be having another PPACA webinar. That's Thursday, March 27th. Hopefully, if you've not signed up for a CAP Blue Cross webinar today, you can go to our homepage and you can see the login right from our website at urlinsgroup.com. So I hope all of you have a great day. Hopefully, we can all get some rest after the 31st. Until then, we're just going to plug away as you guys have been so faithfully plugging away. I appreciate all of your business and all of your stick-to-itiveness, if I can clone that term. But again, I appreciate your attendance in these webinars, and anything myself or my staff can do to assist you now or through the end of enrollment or even after, just please give us a call or shoot us an email, and we're always happy to help. Until either this afternoon or next week, I hope you all have a great day, great weekend, and enjoy the first day of spring. Thanks again, and enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.